Steve Sparks of a group called Raising 11s, which if you've ever gotten a Sig V, you raised a signal 11. That's why we named ourselves that. We wrote an app. We came across our application. We are all iOS developers, and we often run into problems, and we have these applications in the field, and we need some help diagnosing what's wrong with them. And we got asked a couple questions. I want to do this to my app when it's running. I want to access the Xcode style console while it's running. I want to track users' touches and screenshots as they're happening. I want to visualize the view rendering order and edit those views while the app is live. And I want to store all those results for playback and analysis later. So we wrote this app called Krendler. It's a non-App Store SIG, completely pillaging iOS developers. It's a hot bag of tricks, and it's an app self-lobotomy. So it's a .a that you drop into your application and it hijacks. You don't have to write a line of code. Mark wrote some stuff that sneaks underneath. Rips the crap out of that application. And so it has a secret gesture recognizer to activate. You can set your own as well. You can examine and modify all of the key Windows view stack. You can track all the touch data and play back all those sessions. And you can store the touches and the screenshots in the cloud. That's right, there's a web portal. Krendler.com was available, and Greg Rothmeyer wrote it for us. We have a place where all the app stuff gets up there and gets collated by app ID, so you can see what your apps are doing. The device IDs are tracked and instance IDs, so you can track exact sessions. It allows all the replay of those taps and will allow remote control of iOS devices in the future. So normally, if I would hand out an app and let a live demo happen, but I'll hand it to Aaron and let him play. To kick off the thing, you go 3 taps, and it pops open the dialog. But for the rest of you, you get to watch a movie. As I talk about the things that are happening here, what I did here is I wrote this little thing that spits up the application, and you can look at the different layers that are playing and poke at them. You can move them around. You can select different ones. And we'll see here in a second. You can zoom in and see what's actually happening in there. These are all the apps in the advanced iOS book. We downloaded and plugged this library into and see what would happen. And then you can see if we find, go back to this, we're going to click these buttons, move these sliders, and we're going to move all around.
Oh my God.
Woo! And when you,
Ow!
and when you click this in, it stays there where you put it.
Oh my God.
So that's part of it. The next part of what we did is we record the taps. Here's the app running, here's the playback running. Mark taps on it, we play the tap. We follow in the screenshots as it goes.
Oh my God.
Woo! We also put in some features for things that we run into a lot, like low memory warnings. We hijacked UI application, and now we can insert low memory warnings into the application at will. We also decided that, often when you're developing an app, you don't want to have to go back out to the springboard and kill that app. So we put a nice little red button in there that says kill the app, and it sends it a signal 11. So yeah, that's us. And see, he dismissed it, but the memory warnings are still happening. So some of the future goals we had in this, if we are collecting a lot of taps and a lot of screens from people, we can actually develop heat maps and show how the apps get used in the field. We're going to put in a signal handler so that if your app does crash, we upload all that stuff up to the cloud and we have a look at it like test flight shows you. When you deallocate that object for the last time, we're going to catch it and we're going to say, you have a zombie, and we're going to pop up an alert and keep it from happening. And then the website will be able to transmit all the taps and the traffic down to the device. How are we going to make money off it? Well, we can give it away for free. We can share the love and get some reputation. We can give away the in-app portions and charge people for access to the website. Or we can say, you know what, you can have access to the website for a year if you take a class.
I like that.
Woo!
So that's it. That's the end of it. Thank you.